Gentlemen, you are closer than you think. I don't want this to turn into a motivational, wishy-washy, inspirational video to an extent, but the wall is very thin to break. A lot of the reasons that you provide yourself, the excuses, it all stems from self-limiting beliefs. That's all that it stems down to. You may have heard this before, but the biggest obstacle you will face is yourself. It's all mind games that are present in your brain. It's not anyone else. It's not your circumstance. It's not the money you have. It's not your position you are in the globe, the country that you live in. Of course, these all have an influence. These all play a factor. I'm not denying that. But the greatest obstacle is yourself. 88% of multimillionaires are all self-made. They came from nothing. Their parents didn't grant them millions or any sort of loans. They had to build from scratch. So if they've proven that it's possible, what is your excuse? You're this close. You might think that you're a million miles away, that you're stratospheres away from where you need to be in terms of your potential, fulfilling it, in terms of your goals and ambitions. But I promise you, you're not that far. No matter what position you're in. The past is the past, forget about it. The position that you're in, what is the next best move on the chessboard? As a chess player myself, I was very good at chess as a kid. I was London and Kent #1, so my mind is quite analytical in a sense of I always think in terms of chess. But what is the next best move on the chessboard? Doesn't matter what position you're in. It doesn't matter where you came from. It doesn't matter where you are today. What's important, as Jim Rohn would always say, is the direction that you're heading in. And that is something that's in your control. Your mind is in your control. Your addictions, your habits, your paradigms, that's all within your reach. That's in your control. You can alter your paradigm with time and consistency. You can alter your mindset and your belief systems. You can challenge your belief systems, which is something that I highly recommend and implore that you guys do. We all have limiting self-beliefs. When I was a kid, I had plenty. I didn't have the best upbringing, so I had a lot of self-limiting beliefs. I had issues with courage, I had issues with fear, I had issues with self-belief, with confidence. But these are things that as you age, you must challenge. Why do you feel a certain way? Is there an actual logical reason to feel the certain way that I do now? What's the reason for me to feel this way? Is it a past trauma? Is it a past experience? Why do I still feel this way? Is that still a present danger? Keep on challenging your self-limiting beliefs. But understand one true concept, gentlemen, that you are not that far away. All it takes is a bit of momentum. Momentum is the key driver in life. I've used this analogy before and I'll use it again. It's very difficult to start a fire. You're there with your two little sticks, scraping away, trying to create friction in order to create and, evoke a spark, so to speak. But once the fire is going, it blazes, it burns down rainforests. That's exactly what it does. Once it's raging, once the momentum has picked up, there's no stopping a fire. It's the same thing with wheels. Once you get the wheels turning, it's much more simpler. It's very hard to get into a specific routine, especially with the gym. But once you're in that routine, you feel guilty for skipping a day. You hate yourself for skipping a day. Why? Because you've built momentum. It's harder to quit when you're moving. How does planes stay in the air for so long? I'm not a physician. I'm not Isaac Newton. I'm not a scientist, but it defies gravity by moving at that speed. Speed equals success. Success loves speed. You move with speed. You move with momentum. You try your best. You dedicate yourself to your craft. You have failures. That's part of life. You smash your head on the floor. You get back up again. It's really that simple. But understand one thing. The more that you try, the closer you are. You're one step closer to where you need to be. You're only this far out. I promise you, you're a lot closer than you think. You might think, oh, it might take me a decade. What if it doesn't? What if it doesn't? Analyze the situation with a glass half full. Change your perception. Change the way that you look at things. That's part of the reason that you are where you are. It's because of that negative reinforcing belief system. Change the way that you think. Of course, granted, I know, easier said than done. Believe me, trust me, I know. It doesn't happen overnight. I know this, but that's why I say trust the process. This is always a process. You are witnessing a process right now as I document my journey. As you see my daily uploads, you will see the man that I become in 3, 4, 5 years. You will see it. You will see the man that I become. The way that I articulate myself. Ironic, I was stuttering all over the place, but the way that I will articulate myself, the eloquency, the person that I become, my physique, the skills that I develop, etc. You are witnessing right now a process. And I encourage you, join me on that process. Join me on that process. Any bad habits that you're indulging in, participating in, think deeply about them. Think about the man that you want to become. Will he appreciate what you're doing today? Think in terms of return on investment. Think in terms of 5 to 10 years. That's what makes you a dangerous man. But please, please understand this concept, gentlemen. You are not that far from where you need to be. Just a regimented, structured routine with clear vision, clear sight, laser beam focus. You know what your goals are. You've ascertained your purpose. These are all things that I've been screaming at you for weeks and months. And then once you have the plan together, just do your best not to deviate from the plan. Don't digress. Stick to the plan, stick to the routine. You deviate slightly, that's fine. Get back on the horse, continue. Because as you'll see, as the weeks and months progress, you will look back and think to yourself, what an incredible journey that I've embarked on. What an incredible story this has been. The man that I've become. This is what it's about, gentlemen. And it's about falling in love with the process. It's about falling in love with the journey. Because believe me, one day you will reach your destination. Have that conviction. Have that full faith in yourself that one day you will reach that final goal. But that isn't what's going to bring you fulfillment. It's the journey towards that. It's the ups and downs, the fluctuations, the miseries, the despair, the successes, the victories, the trials and tribulations of becoming a successful stoic man, or whatever you want to become. Whatever you want to become, you can be. It's the trials and struggles of becoming a man. That is when you look back and go, damn, there were hard days, but I cherish those moments. Those are the days that made me into a man that I am today. The adversities, the difficulties, the hurdles, the arduous obstacles. Those situations, those scenarios, they developed the man that I am today. You will appreciate those moments. Enjoy the process. You're not that far. Build a structure. Remain committed. Don't try and deviate too much. Don't look to the past. Be present in the moment. Look to the future. Always look to the future. What can I do to improve? How can I be better? But remember one thing. You are certainly capable. You can achieve anything that you want. And you are this close to where you need to be. So smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and I'll see all of you guys for my next video. Peace.